Hi, my name is Craig Vaughan from Matt Mortgage Brokers, and this presentation is about whether you can get a home loan whilst on a 457 visa. And the short answer is yes, you can. However, many banks don't like temporary residents. They don't like the non-resident issue. They consider it too much risk, worried about what happens when your visa runs out, etc., etc. So you are limited to a certain few number of banks. But generally, as a general rule, yes, you can get a home loan on a 457 visa. And the main question we get, the main difference in policy from bank to bank, is how much deposit you require. So some banks, most banks, won't lend to 457 visa holders at all. Those that will lend to 457 visa holders, as a general rule, require 20% deposit plus your costs like stamp duty and things like that. There are exceptions to this, so if you don't have a 20% deposit, we can get away with just a 10% deposit if you work in a professional field such as IT, legal, medicine, accountants, or some other sort of professional field. Then you can get up to 90% LVR, i.e. with just a 10% deposit plus your costs. So yes, you can get a home loan whilst on a 457 visa, but you will require a 10 to 20% deposit depending on the type of visa and your employment. Here's just an example of what it looks like to buy a property at 80% LVR, which is a 20% deposit. So in New South Wales, $500,000 purchase, 20% is your $100,000. That's your government fees, $2,000 for solicitors and rates adjustments and things like that. Mean you need a total funds of your own about $120,000. In Victoria, because stamp duty is a little bit higher, about $5,000 higher, you require about $5,000 more of your own funds at the end of the day. Now this is where it's important. Now if you only have a 10% deposit, for example, well then this figure changes from 100,000 to 50,000, and that obviously makes a big difference to the total amount of funds you require of your own cash. I mean, for some people they may have a 15% deposit, but not a 20%. So we can sort of make that work as well. Ticking over here, here's how you work out stamp duty. So you need your 10, 15 or 20% deposit, plus you also need stamp duty. So on the website there at mattmortgagebrokers.com/calculators, you'll find a stamp duty calculator there along with many other calculators, and all you do is you just go to which state you're in, New South Wales, Queensland, etc., type in the value of the property, and then it will work out the stamp duty government fees for you. Note that if you're on a 457 visa, you need to tick no to first home buyers. As a general rule, first home buyer stamp duty concessions are not available to you. However, in some states we can get those applied. But give us a call for more information on that. Here's a general requirements to be approved. So obviously we've discussed minimum deposit required. You also need a clean credit history here in Australia. That is no defaults, no bankruptcies or anything like that. Most of you will have, if you're on a 457 visa, this generally is not an issue because you haven't been able to have credit to this date anyway. But things like telephone bills, electricity accounts, if you haven't paid those and they've listed you on your credit file, this may be an issue. We can get exceptions to policy. So if you've got a telephone bill that's unpaid on your credit file, generally we can get those overlooked as long as the rest of the application is pretty good and you've got a decent deposit. You also need good employment history, generally not a problem for you as well, given that to get your visa you would have had to have shown consistency in employment, and you need a positive asset position. That is that your assets, your savings, your assets outweigh your liabilities. Frequently asked questions, is the first homeowners grant available? No, however we have had some success in having it approved post settlement. So after you've bought the property, if you then get permanent residency within 1 year of buying the property, some clients have actually got their first homeowners grant approved by applying then, because you do get 1 year to apply for the first homeowners grant after buying the property. It does vary from state to state, but yes, it is possible that you could get it approved after you've purchased a property, providing you have your permanent residency. Do you require FIRB approval, Foreign Investment Review Board approval? Yes, you do, and we can walk you through that. And are the interest rates or fees higher because you're not a permanent resident? No, they're not. It's just you only have a select few of banks to choose from, but they don't charge any higher rates or fees because you're a non-resident. Look, your next step really is to get a pre-approval, a special temporary resident pre-approval. It's special because all the checks are done up front, so they check everything for your application rather than just checking your credit file and issuing an approval subject to every condition under the sun. Pre-approvals are free, as are our services. We get paid from the lender. There's no obligation to use the finance. It lasts for 3 months to 6 months, and really it's just the best way to get your finance squared away, locked away, so you're not out there sort of looking for properties, getting your hopes up, wasting your time, wasting everyone else's time. It's best to get that pre-approval in place first, and then go and start looking for properties to buy, knowing that your finances all but sorted. It also speeds up the approval process as well, because everything's done at pre-approval stage. So once you've found the property, most of the work's been done. We get a valuation audit on the property, and we're done and dusted. Summary, look, we're a free service as we spoke about before. As a general rule, you will need a 20% deposit whilst on a 457 visa. However, we can get away with just a 10% or 15% deposit. FIRB approval required, and what to do next. Well, look, when you're ready to go, pre-approval is the best way to go. If you'd like to some assistance there, you can email us, call us, Skype us, and go to the website or put an inquiry on the website. My name's Craig Vaughan. There's my email, my direct line, and my Skype address. Any questions on anything we spoke about today, or anything on the website, or anything at all about buying property in Australia, we have a couple of free ebooks. You'll find an ebook on the website, and we have other ebooks as well we can send you away to assist. But anything at all, just let us know. Thank you for your time.